Do you know why men are walking away from dating? Imagine this. You're sitting in your car outside a trendy cafe, the kind of place people go for first dates. You're dressed sharp, ready to put your best foot forward, but there's this nagging thought in your mind. Why does this feel like a test instead of a chance to actually connect? You've done this before. You spent time chatting with someone online, carefully planning a date, showing up as your best self, and yet you leave feeling drained. The conversations are often shallow or one-sided, the expectations sky high, and the appreciation almost non-existent. It's not that men don't want love or connection. Most of us do. What we want is a partner who sees us for who we are, not what we can provide. But more and more, stepping into the dating world feels like climbing a mountain with no summit in sight. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. A lot of men are reaching the same conclusion. They're asking themselves, why am I putting in all this effort? Why does it feel like I'm always falling short? And is this even worth it? And for many, the answer is clear. They're walking away. Not because they've given up, but because they're done playing a game where the rules feel unfair. So how did we get here? And more importantly, is there a way back to meaningful, authentic connections? Let's dig in. Point 1. The mirage of perfection. Let's start with this. Perfection is a myth. This idea that a partner has to check every box, 6 feet tall, 6-pack abs, 6-figure salary, has been drilled into our heads by social media and a culture obsessed with having it all. Men fall into this trap too. Think about someone like Keanu Reeves. The guy has wealth, fame, and global admiration. Yet when he started dating Alexandra Grant, people criticized her for not fitting Hollywood's ideal of youthful beauty. But their relationship thrives. Why? Because it's built on mutual respect and shared values, not some superficial checklist. This obsession with perfection isn't new. Look back to Victorian England, where relationships were about status, women judged by their dowries and men by their titles. Sure, it looked great on paper, but many of those marriages were emotionally empty. But the takeaway is, chasing perfection will leave you exhausted. Instead, ask yourself this: does she make me feel at home? If the answer is yes, forget the checklist. Build on that connection, because the things that truly matter, kindness, laughter, emotional safety, don't fit into any box. Point 2. Shadows of the past. Let's talk about baggage. Everyone's carrying some. Maybe it's from a betrayal, neglect, or manipulation. And let's be real. Those scars don't just disappear, they linger. They affect how we show up in relationships. Think about a guy who's been blindsided in the past. He went all in, gave his best, and ended up burned. Now, every interaction feels like a minefield. He craves love, but he's terrified of getting hurt again. If that sounds like you, remember, healing is a process, not a sprint. It's okay to step back from dating, to focus on yourself. Therapy, support from friends, or even just some alone time can do wonders. And when you're ready to try again, look for someone who respects your journey and doesn't rush you into anything. And if you're with someone who's carrying their own scars, patience is your superpower. Trust isn't something you demand, it's something you earn. Show them through actions that not everyone's gonna let them down. Point 3. The price tag of romance. Let's get real about the financial side of dating. Fancy dinners, expensive drinks, and constant thoughtful gestures can add up fast. And society still expects men to foot the bill, even when many women are financially independent. For a guy who's grinding, paying off student loans, saving for a house, building his future, this pressure can feel overwhelming. But here's the thing, real connection isn't about how much you spend. It's about effort, respect, and shared values. If you're feeling the strain, be honest. Say something like, I'd love to take you out, but let's keep it simple. It's about spending time with you, not impressing you. The right woman will value your honesty and appreciate the time you're giving her, not the size of your wallet. Point 4. The silent killer. Feeling unseen. Here's a universal truth. Everyone wants to feel valued. When your efforts go unnoticed, it kills your motivation. Picture this. You go out of your way to plan a great date. You remember the little things she mentioned. You put in the effort. And what do you get? A shrug. A half-hearted thanks. Over time, that lack of appreciation starts to sting. This isn't about being needy, it's about reciprocity. Relationships are a two-way street. If you're always giving and getting nothing in return, it's only natural to start pulling back. The fix? Communication. If you're feeling unappreciated, say it. I love doing things for you, but I need to know it matters to you. The right person will listen, and if they don't, then they're not your person. At the end of the day, relationships should be about mutual effort, respect, and connection, not about jumping through hoops or proving your worth to someone who doesn't see it. If you're tired of the dating grind, it's okay to take a step back. Focus on your goals, your peace, and your growth. Build a life that makes you proud, and the right person will complement it, not complicate it. The best relationship you'll ever have is with yourself. When you've got that sorted, the rest will fall into place. If this resonated with you, drop a comment, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, keep your standards high and your head even higher.